But it changed me. Right. Give you some level of confidence. You can actually make it if you understand. At the time he introduced me to foreign thinkers, living, please pardon me to first, right? And I look at him as a forex trader, and I was telling myself, if this is how forex trader is looking, I don't think forex is so. At the point, after about 7 years, I had to give him money that, David, don't ever talk to me about forex again, all right? However, sometime I was coming, so my family lives in the US, right? So I was coming from the US, and I was in the business class actually, as I stayed in, when I got to Emirates Lounge. So a friend of mine, right, called me and said I should attend the session. How many of us know I Am Academy? I Am Academy, right? So have you joined I Am Academy before? Yes. Okay. We have I Am Academy here. So I joined the session, and I was really very tired. So the session was going on, and for some reasons my video was on, and everybody saw me sleeping. And after that, I just forgot about it. And the guy started chasing me. So he invited me for another session, and I started seeing people, eating in Dubai, taking business class because of forex and all of that. So there is this, marketing thing that you are doing, you have to rank and all of those things. So I got excited, I paid, and I joined, right? And this is the thing. As a trader, as a human being, let me not say as a trader, when you see money, you are naturally moved. You want to also make money. Sometimes, not even sometimes, all the time, you don't want to be patient enough to even know the journey that the person who is actually making that money at that time has gone through. All you see is the lifestyle. I'm seeing some faces here. Okay. All you see is the lifestyle, and you also want to emulate the lifestyle, right? But you don't want to probably go through. You don't even know, not to even talk of, wanting to go through the process, right? So I joined, and then the next thing is, I want to open MT4, and I opened MT4, put $1,500, and okay, it was Bitcoin. I was trading. I started Bitcoin until I met Shane. I started Bitcoin. I was just trading, and guess what? I said this thing on one of my Instagram content, and somebody said, "Oh, it's a lie." I funded my account with less than 1,500, and trust me, guys, I saw it grew to over $57,000. Why? I was just lucky to be in the market when the market was just in, was doing a very strong bullish momentum. So every lot size you put, you make money. The thing was just going, And I thought that was how it was going to continue. You can check my content, you hear this story there, right? And the next thing I saw about $80,000, in my mind, I was already planning to buy a private jet. Because if within a space of 3 weeks, you have made $75, just do the maths. What does it cost to buy a private jet? It's just about 5 months. You will have your own private jet at International Airport, right? And come this fateful day, right? I just, I didn't know anything about pullback. I didn't know anything about, I was just buying and buying and buying. And the next thing, thank God I took some money, right? As a matter of fact, I already told somebody in the US that I was going to send money to buy a G-Wagon. And I'm serious, I had that money to buy a G-Wagon at that time. But do you know, before I could even say I want to withdraw from my account to pay for the G-Wagon, right in my very high, I saw about $67,000 gone down the drain. I was even owing the broker about $132. It was as if the whole world was going to collapse. I used to have one E-Loss then, and I was driving the E-Loss. I almost broke down the wall of my house. A rented apartment. All right? And for some reason, for about a week, I couldn't go to work. I was sick. I couldn't eat. Trust me, when I tell you I didn't eat for 3 days, trust me, not even water. It was that bad, right? But after a while, I summoned courage. I said, Chiri, for you to have made over 80-something to 90,000, if I was even over 100,000, because I still withdrew some money, right? There must be something that you needed to learn. that you did not learn. So I had to pay. I had to look for a mentor. I had to pay for a class. Right? John lives in the UK. I paid about $4,000. Some of you will ask me to pay $65. It looks like. And I was in class and I paid attention every Tuesday and Thursdays, 9 o'clock. Sometimes the classes run to about 12, 1 o'clock in the middle of the night. I was consistent, I was learning. It got to a stage and I started realizing, okay, so this is it. And that was how I started thinking that, this lesson that I've learned and the fact that I know the difference between joining the bandwagon and understanding what it takes to be a trader, I need to be part. That was how, in my mind, Finspot was created, right? And today, we've trained well over 28 people, for almost for free, right? And the way I started was to actually, train about 14 to 15 people for free. Not everybody stayed. I think we still have about 5 or 6 of them right in this room that are now tutors. So that tells you that there is something about Forex. If you just learn the process, you understand what it's all about. And that was how we started Forex. And trust me, guys, when I tell you this, trust me, we didn't set up Finspot to make money. Definitely money will come. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if I don't train anybody, I already have learned over the last 10 years, what trading is all about. And some of you have seen some of my trade. I'm not sure there's any trade, right? Apart from maybe one that probably didn't even make so much before it advanced. At least the probability of win is over 90%. How many of you can testify to that? In this one? Good. Right? And there is something that I always preach on the group. Who can say it? Patience. Trading is a patient game. And I always say something. Trade what you see. All right? Market will always show you the direction it's going. Because the market does not know that you exist. Even if you have $10 million in that market, it's so inconsequential, right, to the amount of money that is traded in. You can imagine a market that trades over $7.3 trillion every day. If you have $100, you are not even in the market. That's why you see some people, you just put money in the market, and then it's like they're looking for you. They are waiting for you to enter a trade, and the next thing you go. I don't know if you can identify what I'm saying. It is because you don't know who are the people, the movers of the market. You don't know their mind. So what will teach you in Finspot Academy is for you to understand, guys, who are the big players in the market and how can you identify their footprints. Once you are there are certain things you will see. Everything that is happening in the market, right? You can see it just on the chart. And that's some of the things I just want to give you a clue. And that was why before we could have had this list full a lot of practice, but we will be distracted, right? So we had to do a test. So I think about 70-something people, or thereabout. I wrote how many people? About 76 people passed the test, but we have to also use some criteria to reduce the crowd, all right? So count yourself lucky to be here, because you're going to hear some kind of secrets, right? Before I also go into I would like to introduce Oluwasemi Akinleye. I told you about Forex. I started Forex before I went in. And in 2017 or 2018, I can't remember, 17, FCMB invited him, right, to come and, it was about the time we were starting our digital transformation journey. So yourself and Wale, you need to see those two short men. They are big boys. This man has over 50 certification. And he's a very, very young woman. Trust me. It's my G to the core, right? And everywhere I go, I always try to carry my along. I wasn't at this year's Credit Expo because I was very busy engaging, but I couldn't just, So even when I had the opportunity, somebody was asking me, Jire, can you come and talk about, at the Credit Expo, said, can you come and talk about crypto? I said, I'm not even the best person to talk about this. So I introduced him, and he was there last year. If I check, my Instagram and even his own page, you probably see the footprint of those. And we're at African Expo, where about 5,000 people. And I was honored. He was also there, and it was awesome. All right. So you are privileged. A lot of you might not know what you have, but when you start to talk, so I'm not going to take so much of my time, right, of your time. So I'm going to invite him at some point immediately after this. He's going to probably tell us what the future of money looks like. All right. We also have Kingsley in the house. Kingsley is a member of Finspot. We started the journey. Funny enough, Kingsley joined me in my business as a copper, and he just saw what I used to do in the office, and he went and started doing his own research. And this guy now, I take lessons from him on the fundamentals of crypto. Can you please put a round of applause? So I am not the person that is worthy of talking about crypto. I have two of my seniors, right, that will talk about crypto here. But when it comes to technical analysis, I'm strictly a technical trader. I personally believe that the fundamentals are, already embedded, right, in the technicals. However, please never joke with crypto. I always tell you, right? Never ever, never ever. Even when the technicals are looking right, one news can just come into the market. Please see, bear witness, and it will just move the market by over 10,000 people in the space of 1 hour. It's, so don't, that's why I always warn people, don't trade crypto. My advice to you is always buy. My job is to tell you at what level can you buy from. And there's something called, I'm sure she is going to talk about that. I'm not the best person to talk about that. There's something called dollar cost averaging, right? You already know. Can I tell you something, guys? Bitcoin at $100,000 is still extremely discounted. So even if you buy at $100,000 today, you are still buying cheap, all right? But you don't want the market to leave you. So even if it's $500, you can afford everything. Just keep buying, all right? But I will leave that to Shay. So you are welcome once again. So let me just quickly introduce you to Finspot. Can you see this very clearly, or she would,
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. I think you guys are maybe more. Okay, better now.
So who's that?
I think this is better. Okay, so let me just quickly talk to you. I'll quickly run to you about Finspot Academy. By the way, I've been talking. My name is Olajiri Awofisibe. A lot of you might think this is what I do, but that's not what I do. This is just a passion. This is just an hobby. I'm actually a banker of 25 years old. I've been in the banking system for 25 years. I'm actually an assistant vice president in FCLE. I manage the entire consumer. You might not know. By the special grace of God, I'm not sure that you can think of. I'm not bragging, right? But I'm not sure you can think of any retail banker in this industry. And you mentioned the first story, and my name is not there. Because we changed the face of, that is my team, we changed a few of FCME. Can anybody bear witness here? So we changed the face. I took a portfolio from about 7 billion, and today we're about 167 billion. This year we done about 93 billion in loan, and we are giving loan to over 1 million people. So when you see me do all those things, right, on the group, you should be wondering, where does this guy get? You've been to my office before, right? Before you could see me, right? But what I think why that becomes so easy is I can be in a meeting, I can even be one sharing the meeting, and I'm still sending you chats. You guys, it's grace, and I give glory to God for that. So that's what I do. So most times when you don't see me say anything on the group, it's probably because I'm really very busy. All right. So and all of those combined are some of the experiences I'm also going to be sharing with you. So talking about us, we are your one-stop shop for successful forex trading educational resources. We are growing to become one of the largest trading communities where you have access to online sources for news, reviews and analysis of currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, metals, and indices. We have been in the background for about 2019, now that's about 5 years, and this year was the first time we were really on social media. And in the first, and I want to say thank you to all of you here, in the first 2 weeks, we grew our community to 376 people. Can you give yourself a round of applause? As a matter of fact, we have to stop. We have to stop campaigning. That's why you've seen, I know you have seen, love some of the content you have seen. Have those content really changed something in your life? Yeah, if you have not seen it, please go back and check some of those contents, right? So, our vision is to raise successful and independent forest traders. Let me pause here. A lot of you guys, you chase signals, join different groups, there's Happy Forest, like this, like that, but trust me, you need to try and stick your head in one place, all right? Because there are a lot of people out there that they are just trying to scam you, right? And one thing I want to say here, if anybody, for whatever reason, is asking you to give them money from Finspot Academy to trade on you, don't just know that person is not from Finspot. Our objective is for you to be able to take trade on your own, and that is what we're currently working towards, basically. And our mission, we make qualitative forest trading education accessible and applicable for traders, as we raise very successful independent forest traders. Now, I've mentioned independent twice, and that's our mission. We want you to just sit in the corner of your room based on all the learnings and take your own trade by yourself, all right? Now, our corporate culture, we act with integrity and honesty in the way we live both our personal and professional lives. We conduct our corporate activities with an unwavering commitment to the legal and ethical standards which governs our sector. We treat our fellow facilitators, employees, beneficiaries, vendors, and other stakeholders with fairness and compassion. All right? We accept responsibility for our actions and choices and their consequences. What are our values? Ethical values, aligning with guiding rules, cautioning others who violate, quality of work, being honest, being respectful to others, maintaining confidentiality, following rules. Can I hear following rules? Following rules. Operating within the spirit of the rules or law. Speaking up when you see something wrong. Taking responsibility for your actions. Doing what you say you will do. Create trust with others. Respecting limits. Being fair with others. Owing up to your mistakes. Learning from mistakes. That is simply what Forex is all about. Right? Every single trade that you take, even when you win or lose, you need to document it, know what you have done right, know what you could even have done better in the winning trade. All right? Unethical values, corporate fraud, we don't engage in that. Engage in covert operation, producing misleading reports, document abuse of office, perks and privileges, use vernacular to deride other ethical staff members, fighting, including alter cautions, use of demeaning utterances, etc., insider trading, conflict of interest, divulging confidential information, working for personal gain, lying, scapegoating and blaming, stealing, damaging goods, yelling at a co-worker, wasting goods and time at work, not keeping co-workers safe, conflict of interest, divulging confidential information, working for personal gain. These are things we will not do. That with Finspot Academy, you will gain a deep understanding of the forex market and its dynamics, master proven trading strategies tailored to different time frames, develop a rock-solid trading plan that aligns with your goals, harness the power of cutting-edge tools and technology to your advantage, cultivate the right trading psychology to thrive in any market condition, assess a vibrant community of fellow traders for support and inspiration.
Now look at the last one I said, cultivate the right trading psychology. That is very important. That is even why before we actually start talking about the technicalities of trading, Rotin is going to come here and talk to us about trading psychology. Right, classes, we have live, hybrid. For now, we are going to be doing more of live classes. One of the things, let me just quickly say this, one of our vision is to create a trading room where people can always come and take a trade, more like they are going to do a 9 to 5. That is coming soon. Once that is available, we would give you guidance on how to become a member. Our community market secret, mentorship, this is our program. Personal guide, we are going to be getting details of how this is going to work. Our focus is to make you evolve. So this is our program. We have a beginner trader, program for beginner trader, and we have advanced pro trader as well. Now our success story. So that's our success story basically. We'll probably just, when we get to that point, some people will probably just want to give testimonies about their experience with this sport over the last 4 to 5 years. Right, so these are tutors. Augustine is based in the UK. Augustine is an experienced data professional with amazing strength. Has anybody been in the live market with Augustine before? The review, okay, fantastic. Yeah. Right, amazing strength in data intelligence for effective business insights and decision. His work efficiency and proficiency stands him out as an esteemed professional who manages various business portfolios with parallel achievement. Augustine holds a bachelor's degree in sciences from the University of Ilorin, Kwara State. That's my school. I finished from the University of Ilorin as well. Nigeria. He is satisfied in data analytics and project management. Over the last 10 years, he has seemingly transformed an LD business portfolio into very attractive, profitable, and viable ones with data analytics and intelligence. Augustine is renowned for creating value, developing people, and building performance teams. Let me tell you a story about Augustine. Augustine joined us in 2014 FCME when he joined. You know Augustine, right? He's not in the UK. This guy earns about £82,000 every year now, and this was somebody that left us with less than 60 million in salary. Right? I'm sure Augustine is online listening to us, so I'm telling you a story. All right? Augustine came, and this guy knew nothing about himself. He knew absolutely nothing. He doesn't even know you can put 1 in one cell and put 3 in another cell and add them to be 3. But he has a very good attitude to learning. And over the years, I took responsibility with his boss, Abiola. Abiola is in the US now. And, in less than a year, this guy was a guru. To the extent that there are certain logics in Excel, despite the fact that I was his teacher, I used to consult him. Now he's not even an example. He has gone far beyond. This is somebody that writes scripts. This is somebody that is very powerful, Power BI and all those things. And when he wanted to get a job in the US, he did not. Nobody asked for a certificate. He just only attended interview, and he was the one now choosing jobs. So I'm just trying to tell you guys, you can become whatever it is you want to become. All you need is the right attitude. All right. So beyond so let me not talk too much about it. So we also have Yemi. Yemi Olaleye is a financial market analyst in fintech industry, currently working with a top brokerage firm in Nigeria as an education executive and market analyst where he was awarded the Outstanding Educator of the Year for the year 2023. He studied animal science and graduated from Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Ogun State in 2015. Yemi is certified by the Corporate Finance Institute, CFI, in financial modeling and valuation analyst, capital markets, security analyst, financial planning and web management, business intelligence and data analyst, commercial banking and credit analyst. He is loyal, good, and timekeeping professional who has trained over 3,000 students, right, in the financial market. Yemi is a LinkedIn top voice in multi-skills, including technical analysis through leadership and mentoring. Then we have Roti. Roti, you guys have been, for those that have been attending the basic class, has Roti, right? Roti is an educationist, right? Roti is a highly accomplished and respected young woman in the forex trading industry with experience and expertise, right? She has made significant impact on aspiring traders in our community. Notice dedication to education and empowering others in the forest trading community has deeply resonated with us. Are committed to sharing her skills and helping traders succeed set her apart. She has worked assiduously with Finspot Academy to establish a brand that focuses on providing comprehensive training and mentorship program, guiding individuals towards financial independence through forest trading. Then we also have Kingsley. Kingsley is right here. Kingsley is an investment analyst with an exceptional strength in analyzing the financial market and actively followed the technology industry. His work, efficiency, and proficiency positions him as an esteemed professional as he manages various business portfolios with unparalleled achievement. Kingsley holds a bachelor's degree in accounting from the University of Nigeria. Over the last 2 years, he has grown portfolios from $1,000 to $15,000, gaining further understanding of and coaching over 1,000 persons in blockchain technology and the cryptocurrency markets. Also, Kingsley is an avid expert in forex and commodity markets. So, let's just move on. Paul is not here. Paul, you all know Paul, from the market review as well. Paul is also my colleague, right? Worked directly with me also in FCME. Paul is an experienced product and portfolio manager who has developed and managed portfolio retail products in reputable financial institutions in Nigeria. His design thinking knowledge had made it possible to develop products with high acceptance rate from customers. How many of you heard about FCME Fast Cash? Fast Cash. If you have heard about Fast Cash before, FCME Fast Cash. Wow. We have done over 150 billion in that portfolio in the last 4 years. And we have given loans to over 4 million people. This is the guy behind it. Just for your information. Right? His work efficiency and proficiency ranking as an esteemed professional as he manages various business verticals with tremendous achievement to the delight of customers, stakeholders, and shareholders. Paul is excellently certified in retail business strategy, product management, and development. He holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Lorry, Kwara State. Lorry people are very great people. Anyway, let's just and this is me. I don't think I need to talk about myself anymore. All right. I think everything I said before is there, so let's not waste time. All right. So you can contact us, on these numbers. And on these notes, I want to say thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. Are we happy to be here? We're leaning for masters. Masters. That is the master class. Right? So next on the list, we have the future of money. Right? All right, so next on the list will be Trading Psychology by Roti. Round of applause for Roti, please.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. All right. So, I'm not going to say that trading is easy because everybody has their own story to share, honestly. I myself, I would have given up if I was not in this community. But I do this most of the time, or every single time I do it, I get so anxious, and then in the middle, I get to enjoy what I do. So I'll just get started. So the first slide here says that your biggest enemy when trading is within yourself. Success will only come when you learn to control your emotions. This thing is very, very sensitive. Can you see?
Tell her to hold the mic.
Okay, so your biggest enemy when trading is within yourself. Success will only come. Okay, so the biggest enemy when trading is within yourself. Success will only come when you learn to control.
What's this?
When you learn to control your emotions.
What's this?
And I want you to focus on these emotions, because regardless of whatever you learn from this event, if you are not able to control your emotions, you're still going back home. Let me say going back with zero. You might even go back with minus. That means you're losing money again. So you need to control your emotions. I'm going to talk about those emotions you should work on, but that will be later as I continue this particular slide. So next slide, please. You are your biggest competition. Earlier on, when Mr. Jiro was talking about how people focus on the lifestyle they can get from trading, and not necessarily the journey it took those people to get to where they're going. Some people you look out to up there, they have like 7 years, 8 years, some will even talk about 20 years. But you see them today and then you're like, oh, I want to do this. You go in and you get disappointed and it feels like maybe there is something they are doing differently that you're not. And truly, there is. And in this case, experience. You cannot remove the experience that is in this market. I don't know about other business, but when they talk about experience, you really need to, if this person is saying there, oh, I have 10 years, please respect the person. It takes commitment, it takes dedication to stay in this market. You know, you can be losing the first year, you make money, maybe you're back at maybe $50, and you're like, okay, let me try again. I was able to make money, so I can do better next year. And you continue to stay in again, and you're still staying after 10 years. It takes a whole lot of effort. Please put a round of applause for Mr. Olajimi. So I really respect him. So you need to really.
Check battery.
Okay, so for the sake of time, I think I'll just go ahead and continue. So you might as well just follow. Get. So I was saying you're your biggest competition in the sense that regardless of what you're seeing out there, you need to focus on yourself. Because if you keep looking at others, you start to be redundant. Like you're not really focusing on yourself anymore. All the information you're supposed to get, you leave it. And you start thinking of, okay, how do I become this? And there is something on the slide that says there is no shortcut in trading. The only shortcut is to stop trying to find shortcuts. There is no shortcut. 9 years and learning, there is no shortcut. So you need to continue learning. And when I mean continue learning, there are a lot of information on the internet. I said information. I didn't say junk, because inside all the information there, you find junks, and you still have to be selective. Is this actually useful for me? Do I need it? You know, things like that. You have to really check out whether this thing is going to help my trading journey. And if you go to YouTube, that is the reason why. I'm not saying there is nothing good on YouTube, but if you're using mass psychology to trade, trust me, you're going to lose money. I've been there, and that's the reason why I had to reach out to Mr. Dure, because when I started trading, I told my daddy that, oh God, Daddy, I just found something, and it's going to make me a lot of money. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, okay, give me $100. So I'll multiply it, $1,000. And I really like something like easy Jebu. So when you talk about figures, he gets excited. And I was like, don't worry, $1,000. And he was like, okay, I'll give you money. He gave me the money. After like 2 weeks, he was like, hello, Alpha. I was like, don't worry, I'm working on it. I'm almost there. $50 was out then, but I was still energized. I was like, okay, I can still grow it. I've made money on my demo accounts. Why can't I do the same here? You get. So after like 1 month, I lost the money and I didn't know what to do. But I didn't have a choice and to go meeting. It was someone that gave me money now. I was like, I think you have to give me another money. This one, don't give me. Borrow me, I'll return it. And he was like, no, I'm not going to give you any money. What did you say you are doing? And I said Forex. I have somebody that is doing Forex. I can introduce you to him. And that's the reason why I decided to learn from Mr. Jerry. So I want you to understand that there are a lot of information there, but you need to actually focus on one. And Finspot Academy has all the information you need to be better in trading, to understand the market better. So you don't have to necessarily go to YouTube, just focus on one information. Because at the end of in this market, you don't need all the strategy anymore. You just need one strategy that works. Just one strategy, and if it works, you're good to go. So the next slide. Okay, so I should be sharing my slide, but I can't. So you all understand. The first one here is fear of losing money. Remember I said I was going to talk about all those emotions you go through when you start trading. I'm talking about fear of losing money because that's the first thing that you experience when you start trading. Let's remove demo account trade because demo account is not even it at all. Fear of losing money does not only apply to the market, it applies to everything we do in the whole world. Like if you go to every sector, there is always somebody there that is scared that, oh, if I do this business, I'm going to lose money. But you forget that, okay, life itself is risky. You need to put in a certain amount of money, and then you're like, okay, if it works, there is a high chance that if I'm working and I reach that place now, I might fall down. Because each step I take is risky, so I can sleep and I can die. But we're not talking about that. So, okay, so as I was saying, you need to understand that this market is very risky. That's the reason why you need to learn. And the first fear is fear of losing money. The fear that comes with placing a trade, clicking that buy button. Should I do this? Let me wait. Maybe it will be better. You know, that kind of feeling. I've been there. I'm sure we all can relate because